There's a look at Dylan Larkin. He and the rest of his teammates and all of us will never forget the way the regular season ended for the Detroit Red Wings last year in Montreal. A dramatic 5-4 shootout win. The feeling on the ice was special. But by the time the night was over, their hearts were sinking because they had not made the playoffs. That was haunting them all off season long. And as Dylan Larkin told me earlier this week, it only made his group hungrier for the season ahead. One thing we've talked about with the guys we've talked about is last year. You touched on a little bit the way that it ended, obviously a bitter ending right there, but what were you thinking about as far as the way the season ended for you guys?
It was something else. You know, I think about that plane ride home from Montreal. It was as quiet as it could be, and I do remember as soon as the season ended, I just felt like I wanted to fast forward to October. I wanted to start a new season right then. This year, I'm really hoping to be able to, you know, play 82 games and be there for the guys.
To break it, wide open Larkin. He scores! Dylan Larkin! Scores! Dylan Larkin!
The Lions set the bar when they made the playoffs, and the Jared Goff chance. Now the Tigers have made the playoffs, and the city's on fire again. So the bar has been set. How much does that incentivize you going forward?
I think we had a couple home games right around when the Lions were in the playoffs. You know, I remember we played Tampa, and you know, you just walked in that building, you knew we were going to win. You knew our fans were going to be just fired up. So they started it, and then to see what the Tigers have done this summer and into October here, it's just special. And they come from behind. Our fans love that story and people that don't quit. And I feel like we gave that to them last year. We just came up a little bit short. You know, I know that from people I've met and throughout the town, they're excited for hockey season back.
Dylan Larkin racking up the games wearing that winged wheel. In fact, since 1991, among Red Wings' first-round draft picks, only 3 have played 500 or more games in the Red Wing uniform, Dylan Larkin being one of them, and he certainly hopes that it's the only uniform he's ever going to have to wear in the NHL and leads this team to the promised land like the teams he watched growing up as a kid in Waterford. And I'll have more on Dylan Larkin from Dylan Larkin, talking about his off-season, one that meant recovering from another surgery, Kenny, and that is coming up as the night rolls on.
Yeah, wrist surgery. When he missed games, the Red Wings were just 4-10. So you know how much he means to Detroit. Well, a stretch of 6 games and 7 nights for the home team, the penultimate game tonight. Our starting goaltenders brought to you by the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Anton Forsberg, a 7th-round pick of Columbus in 2011, a 5th Senator season. But you know, Linus Ullmark will be their starter. He'll be backing them up. And there's Alex Lyon. He, like Forsberg, will go the distance tonight. Has played 4 periods thus far in the preseason. 43 starts last season for Alex, and played in 5 more games than his previous 6 combined NHL seasons. And we are underway with Dylan Larkin starting up front with Alex DeBrincat and Lucas Raymond. Zach Ostapchuk, number 38 for Ottawa. Matthew Highmore, number 15. And Angus Crookshank, number 59 for the Senators. Back here it comes for Sherratt. Senators bring it out to center ice. Fired in deep, and Lyon will leave it there for Sider. Sider, who was paired with Simon Edvinsson last night. They'll split them up tonight and experiment, and maybe juggling as we go through this night. Perhaps Sherratt and Sider start together, and Edvinsson with Petrie when the season gets underway. But all that remains to be seen as they're seeing what they got here in different pairings and line combinations the second to last preseason game. Turning with it is Vladimir Tarasenko. Out there along with Compher in the middle. This should be a line to start the season, along with Patrick Kane on the other side. Ole Mata sets up on defense with Simon Edvinsson. Knocked away, loose puck here for Kasper Renner. He scores!
left-hand shot coming on the right side. Makes a nice move in front of the goaltender. Looked like he went far side. Ottawa had enough guys back. They just did a poor job of coverage. As Casper broke right down the middle there, you can see a nice view of the shot banking off the blocker of Forsberg, and Detroit gets a lead that they haven't had a lot of in this preseason.
Here comes Casper, after failing to score last night, up there along with Eric Gustafsson, who Mick focused on in our open tonight. Came back for Albert Johansson, and that just went wide. Comes back to Johansson again. Feathered one through, and that puck gets knocked away. There'll be a lot of names in this Ottawa lineup you were not familiar with, as we aren't up here either. Not many veteran names. No Tkachuk and no David Perron. Perron was injured in practice and didn't make the trip with the Senators. Puck sent in behind by Yannick. Yannick, number 14, a center acquired from Utah. Nate Danielson took a hard hit. Comes around for Michael Brandzik-Nygaard, number 28. Up there with Carter Mazur, number 43, who goes to the net. And a pass for Danielson, and just couldn't grab that. Got it again, swings it to an open wing. Mazur getting over. He collided with his check. Pressure here from Detroit. You can see they got the jump we didn't see early nor late last night. In the loss here, 2-0. Nick Robertson's 2 goals for Toronto. That gets deflected. Knocked down in front of Lyons. Casper scoring from Mott. 1:24 into the game.
DG Energy line goal is first of the preseason score. And number 92, Casper.
Sider waits up the middle, too far for Raymond. It came back to him up there along with the Brinkett. Larkin coming late. Raymond back in for Dylan Larkin. Larkin, good play to keep it alive for DeBrincat. Brinkett worked along the far boards, back in for Raymond, who gets checked by Jacob Bernard Docker. DeBrincat's got it. Open there is Simon Edmondson. Little head fake and drop one off for number 93. Olimata. Back it comes to the line here as DeBrincat moves it for Edmondson. Back for DeBrincat again. There's a shot that went wide of Forsberg. Raymond tapped it in back of the net. Donovan Sabrango, number 37. Left shot defenseman. He went to Ottawa on the Alex DeBrincat deal. He was a Red Wing 3rd-round pick in 2020. Donovan Sabrango, number 37 in white. Number 37 in red. Pomper played one across. Back in comes Kane with Tarasenko. Off the kick plate. Holds off a check. Put it back here for Comper, finding Johansson. That shot into the glove of Forsberg.
A lot more energy out of the home team tonight than last night, for sure, already in the first four minutes and change. And Tyler Mott has had a very good training camp, and his first look in a Red Wing uniform. Just got a piece of that puck to tip it away and upset the apple cart for Ottawa, and that allowed Casper to walk in all alone. So actually, Ottawa was forced on that play by Mott.
Here's Kane. Comper. Back pass for Albert Johansson. Near side for Adam Gaudette. Doesn't get it out. Johansson kept it in to the other side here for Kane. Back for Comper. Didn't get there. Gaudette got it out to center ice. Mott carries into the zone. In back of the net. Puck is loose. Ottawa will take that. Loose on the wing here for Halliday. Right in on goal. Left for Mott. Up along with Austin Watson, the former Ottawa Senator. Number 24 goes to the front of the net. Pass for Mott, just missed it. And Sider couldn't get over to keep it in. On defense with Ben Sherratt. Again, may see them as a pair to start the season. Red Wings applying pressure. Michael Brenzik, knee guard, number 28 out there. And again, the decision on him will come before 5 o'clock on Tuesday, whether he goes back to Skellefteå in Sweden to join Axel Sandin Pellikka, who's having a great start, or whether he goes to the Grand Rapids Griffins. And if he is there with Danielson, Casper, and Mazur, what a team they're going to have to start the season in Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids actually opens the season at home tonight against Milwaukee, whom they lost in their division playoff, which was a fantastic series. Sebastian Cossa was so good. But they know the importance of getting the kids playing time.
Well, the one thing that really all general managers in organizations, they don't want their kids sitting on the bench.
Right.
It's pretty obvious. They'll go, if they can't get in and get some quality ice time at the NHL level, they're better off developing their game in the American Hockey League.
And there will be
Makes
injuries.
sense.
There will be call-ups.
Right. It makes a lot of sense.
Raymond in front for Larkin, knocked away by Forsberg. Kept in by Albert Johansson. He's out of waiver options, so he won't be going to Grand Rapids. Larkin dumped it in. 7 gone in the opening period. Backhanded, and it went a deflection right into Lyon, who holds on. Well, here's who's in and who departed. And again, David Perron not in the lineup for Ottawa on this night. Bottom line is 199 scoring points departed. 99 have come in. So I'm not great in math, Mick, but that tells you there's a deficit of 100 points in the lineup, which Derek Lalonde says in part with better goaltending and better team, not better goaltending, but good goaltending and team defense will help make up for some of that. As that shot goes high from Adam Gaudette.
Well, to try to replace that speed on the offensive side, that's one of the reasons they got Tarasenko. They're hoping to get a little more out of DeBrincat. I don't know how much more you're going to get out of Lucas Raymond. He had an unbelievable year. Now, Larkin probably would have been close to 40 without the missed games. He ended up with, 33, I believe. So, where are you going to get the goals from? They talk about growth from within. A lot of organizations do right now.
Well, as you say, I'm not sure how much more you can get out of Lucas Raymond. Steve Eisman may be thinking, I can give you 8 million reasons why you better get more out of Lucas Raymond.
Yeah, I mean, but he's a dynamic player in a lot of ways, and it's not always exemplified by your raw numbers. But I would say the way Raymond approaches the game now after that second year of learning, he's going to be between a 30 and a 40 goal scorer on a regular basis.
He had 72 points to lead the Red Wings last season, 31 goals. Scores! He's got 2! Casper! Every time you watch him, hard to take your eyes off him.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. It looks like a bad goal by the goaltender. It's a long shot. Does he see it? Does he not pick it up because of the defenseman? I don't know. They're going to probably, Ottawa is going to say he could have had it. Yeah, probably. I don't think it hit anything. But it fooled him, basically.
He should have had it.
Yeah, I'd say. But you'll take it. You shoot the puck, you just never know. Good quick wrist shot, and you know what may have happened there is he released that puck while he was still moving his feet, and Forsberg may not have expected it to get to him that quickly. And the next thing you know, she's in the back of the net.
2 goals on 4 shots for Detroit. That one knocked aside by Forsberg. Cleared to center by the Senators. The pass on the wing here for Jan Jenik. Centering feed onto the stick of Mazur. Franzik Nygaard and Mata assisting on Marco Kasper's second of the night. Icing here against Ottawa.
There's a different look at how this puck eluded the goaltender, basically. I mean, it's a pretty simple play up the middle, and everybody stays on side right there. And Kasper just goes to his left and puts it right next to the right leg of the defenseman. I got to think, notwithstanding knowing something I can't see there, that he's got to stop that puck.
Ahead here for Larkin. Into the skates of Raymond. Had to come back to him again, though. Raymond down low. Sider tried to go in front forward to Brink. DeBrincat able to steal that puck right back, taking it from Yakimchuk, Carter Yakimchuk. Number 58, the 7th overall pick this past June. He looks like he's going to be a good player for Ottawa. Carried back in by Sabrango, knocked away by Bernard Docker. Sabrango goes in there against Mata. Cleared out to center for Kane. On the move is Compher. From a sharp angle into the glove and dropped and then held again by Forsberg. But Anton Forsberg's been beaten twice by Marco Kasper. Number 11, Vlad Tarasenko, who's worn number 91 and number 10 previously in his career. Couldn't wear that here. We'll tell you later why he's wearing number 11, but he's wearing the old number 11 of that great guy, Daniel Alfredsson, who'd been in the front office, went down behind the bench last season. Remember, he's behind the bench when we were in Sweden. Alfredsson in his time with Detroit, 68 games, 18 goals, and a Hockey Hall of Fame inductee a couple of years ago. Daniel Alfredsson joining the staff of Travis Green, back of the Ottawa bench as an assistant coach. Nice to see Daniel here once again. And his number 11 now worn by Vlad Tarasenko, who's out there along with Compher and Kane. Edmondson goes back to get it. Derek Lalonde thought Edmondson's game the other night was just okay. Had some giveaways and gave it away right there. But he'll learn as he goes. Great potential in number 77. Just past the halfway point here of the opening period, and Marco Kasper has scored twice. Irving scored 2 goals in their first 4 shots, beating Anton Forsberg. It will be a tandem this season with Linus Ullmark. They were a tandem together when they were 16 years old in Sweden. So together again. Danielson made the move in tight. Carter Mazur. Parents came in from Jackson to see the game tonight. Jeff and Aaron saw them prior to the game this evening. Here to watch their boy. And we're talking about Vlad Tarasenko, who obviously couldn't wear 91 and never did wear 91, he said, for Sergei Fedorov. Always wore 10, but your old centerman Alex Delvecchio. But he's wearing number 11 since his dad passed away July the 11th, right after they won the Stanley Cup. He lost his father, and he was born on September the 11th. His dad. So Vlad Tarasenko wearing number 11 to honor his father. Carried in here by Monaco. What a save on the former Senator Austin Watson. A big stop there by his former teammate Anton Forsberg.
Well, it was an 11th hour pass from Tyler Mott, but he was being harassed pretty good to the right of the goaltender right there. Didn't have a lot of chance to shoot, and Watson just did not get the puck up in the air, and he's looking his head up in the air like, and he yapped to one of his former teammates, I think. Either that or he's talking to himself about not scoring. 9 goals a couple of years ago. But I said the other night he doesn't bring offense. I didn't mean any offense to that, but normally
he wouldn't take offense to that.
No, he wouldn't. He knows what he needs to do, and that's to be physical and protect his teammates and be a real presence, be a sheriff, have the badge on, flash that badge when you need to. like McEwen does, number 17 for Ottawa. I haven't seen much of him tonight yet.
Oh, so maybe those two. I doubt in a preseason game they'd go at it, but those would be the two guys who would from either side.
Yeah.
And again, Austin Watson on a post tryout trying to earn a contract.
Well, you know, the one thing about tough guys like that, they really respect each other. They know what their jobs are. They've got really tough jobs. A lot of these guys don't sleep at night worrying about who they might have to fight on a given game or with a team or who it is. And they have tremendous respect for each other outside of playing the game and doing what they have to do to play in the NHL.
Knocked down here by Carter Mazur. And there's a penalty coming.
A little chop, a little extra there, and they didn't like that.
Mazur will be ready to give it right back to you. In there along with Tyler Clevin. That would be a pair of 43s going at it.
I'm not quite sure. Did he give him a short cross-check while they were on the boards? Something happened that got everybody's attention.
They gave him a cross-check back, too.
There's been a lot of this in preseason around the league this year to the point where
Number 43 has a 2-minute minor for high sticking.
they're wondering whether they need to play so many games, and that'll be discussed going forward. Whether they add regular season games or not. A lot of these games, these players now are in training most of the summer. They go to training camp for 6 days. The old days, we went for 6 weeks. 2 weeks without a puck. It was horror. 2 weeks without a puck, just skating. Talk about having to get in shape. Holy mackerel. And now they're ready to go. So do they need all these games? Probably not.
Hopper ahead for Mott. Grabbed by Yakimchuk.
And with all the injuries, Ken, that are happening in this preseason, like Lion A in Montreal, etc., nobody needs that kind of stuff. They're not playing to get hurt.
That one hit Mott on the Yakimchuk shot. Cleared down the ice by Mott, who says he loves penalty killing. Favorite part of the game, number 14 in red.
He had lots of time in Pittsburgh to do that the other night.
Yakimchuk with a
2-1 win.
lead pass. Noah Gregor across this side for Cruikshank. Diving away by Yakimchuk, but it's Casper in low, trying for a hat trick. Would not have been something.
No kidding. A natural.
Yeah, uninterrupted by a goal from either team. A natural hat trick is what that would have been.
Got him buzzing.
That's Tyler Boucher fed it off. Bernard Docker. Docker with another shot. Galen Addison. That went over the stick of Reinhardt. For Halliday. Stephen Halliday, 22-year-old, hasn't played in an NHL game in the regular season. And that'll be cleared by Simon Edmondson. Addison to center. Ottawa couldn't get through as Ostapchuk was halted at the Red Wing line. Now they get it back in. Out of the box comes Mason. Left for Larkin. Pass intended for Raymond. Moved by Addison. Out to center. That went off the stick of Matthew Highmore, the 28-year-old. And the play will be called on the offside. So Marco Casper had the first 2 goals of this game. Came this close, making it a natural hat trick. While the Atlantic Division, the division Newsy Lalonde's team is in, is a tough division, getting tougher too, player-wise. And here is how the Red Wings did within the Atlantic very well last season. Points against your division opponents. Ottawa, though, looks to be better. The Sabres look to be better. Montreal is much improved. And the Red Wings are going to have to continue to get points within the division. Lost in the tiebreaker to miss the playoffs last season.
Well, they lost some games they shouldn't have lost. They won some games they shouldn't have won. It all seems to come out in the wash at the end anyway. But I do know one thing. As we get another icing. The start of this season, I don't know, is ever going to be any more critical than it is this year with all those teams having been improved. For all purposes, unless there's something that comes out of nowhere, there's 5 to 6 playoff spots everybody expects to take the teams that they think will be there. That leaves 1, maybe 2, for all those other teams to battle for.
In the Atlantic and Metro
much.
combined, right?
Right,
Yes.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Not much, boy. It's going to be slim pickings. So you can't afford to have any length of time where you're going to an extended losing streak, or you're not going to have a chance.
You can't really count out Boston, even with the Jeremy Swayman saga going on right now. And Linus Ullmark, who's now in Ottawa, and that was the best tandem for a couple of years in the NHL. But, you know, Jonas Corposello, who didn't perform well in Ottawa, is now in Boston. Can he get them through the first little bit?
I mean, there's a lot of intangibles. They got something going on down there.
Penalty behind the play.
Really
It's 3-on-1 down there.
Snyder's really upset.
And it's Austin Watson coming in.
Here comes McEwen.
Yep.
He's on the ice, too.
Yep.
He's got to get after Watson. He will.
He's trying to get there, and he's being held back by Seider.
Snyder's holding him back, yeah.
That's Jan Yannick, who Watson was mixing it up with, and Zach McEwen, who just missed playing with Watson by a season in Ottawa.
I'm not quite sure what started this thing. I think it started before we went to break. There was a bit of a collision at the whistle. And McEwen's chirping away, and Servat's chirping back. And now, see, McEwen's going to... Watson is really giving it to the referee about what happened here. It didn't take him long to bail in there. The minute that he saw Seider was into it, he just tore him down.
Well, we just finished mentioning the two tough guys, McEwen and Watson. And McEwen trying to get at Watson. So, now waving at the bench is Yannick. Boy, Jan Yannick giving it to the Red Wing bench going by. Interesting.
Lots of good chirping. Well, that's good. A little bit of flavor.
That's Zach McEwen.
You know, it used to be a day when players who weren't tough guys, weren't fighters, weren't overly physical, just avoided getting involved in doing silly things, because then you had to be accountable and you may have to fight. And that wasn't fun for anybody if you're not a fighter. But nowadays, it's changed. Players who never even think about fighting do things.
Well, he was in the middle of things.
Right.
That Jan Yannick, they got from Utah, fourth-line player. He played for their new general manager, Steve Staios, with the Bulldogs in the OHL when it was in Hamilton. Not there now, but... So their general manager knows Yannick well.
He's a unique individual.
Yeah, and interesting that he'd be John at the Red Wing bench.
Yeah. Well, Seider had a nasty spill just inside the Red Wing blue line just before we went to break as well. And I'm wondering whether Yannick had something to do with that. And then it continued in front of the net. Alec Lyon.
Yannick hasn't played but 7 games. 22 games in the NHL, all with Arizona.
Why is McEwen going to the dressing room? He just got waved to the dressing room. I wonder. I don't think they kicked him out.
Well, we'll hear.
Like a third man in? Are you kidding? Come on. See, there was Seider there. Who was that guy? I can't see the number. I don't think it's unique, is it? Right here. kind of stuck his leg out. Who was that?
No,
It's not.
not unique. That was Yakimchuk,
Then after that,
I think, or was it Cruikshank? Cruikshank. That was Cruikshank. 59.
After that, there was a bit of a collision or a to-do in front of Alex Lyon right before we went to break. Moments after that collision, Seider had a nasty spill there.
Looks like it'll be 4-on-4.
This was again right before we went to break. Forgotten Highmore, but and there is Seider that started all this thing off. That was before the break. They come back from break. The next thing you know, Seider's in the middle of it.
Well, Zach McEwen got a 10-minute misconduct.
Okay.
And Austin Watson got 2, 5, 10, and a game.
Oh, you kidding? Wow. Oh, well.
For being the aggressor.
Yeah. Oh.
And
Takes the fun out of
Yannick
it.
got slashing, and Seider got roughing. Just when you need the referees to actually make the announcements, they don't.
Well, that takes the fun out of the rest of the night, doesn't it?
Too much for them to remember.
Watson's gone.
Yeah.
Now McEwen's got nobody to dance with, probably. Oh, my goodness. Oh, well. It's like pouring water on the fire, boy.
Well, if we didn't have intensity last night, we've got it tonight. Here's Eric Friney explaining.
2 minutes for slashing. Number 17. 10 minutes, Scott. 2 minutes for roughing. For Detroit, number 24, Austin Watson. 2 minutes for roughing. 5 minutes for fighting. 10-minute misconduct. The game misconduct. The one-point aggressor penalty. Time of all penalties, 16 minutes, 1%. First period.
Good job there to Eric Friney. With those official announcements, Yakimchuk played it off. Save made there by Lyon. Comfort trying to get to it. Power play here for Ottawa. And it's lengthy due to the extra penalties with 7 minutes. 5 and the 2 going up on the power play.
Very rare to see that.
Save there off Yakimchuk. Back to get it goes Ridley Gregg. They've been in the middle of things already this preseason. Number 71 for Ottawa. With a big hit on Kirby Dach of Montreal. That brought fireworks.
Unfortunately, go ahead, Kenny.
A message now from MGM Grand Detroit.
Go grand at the destination that elevates every experience. It's a good time for a grand time at MGM Grand Detroit.
Unfortunately, Seider's number 53 is up on the clock, up the board, and it started with 7 minutes, but he's not serving the 7 minutes. He's only got a minor.
Brinket's in there serving, right?
But if nothing else, happens, it basically is a 7-minute power play for Ottawa.
That shot got blocked. In front of that stunned Johansson. Boy, if you're wearing number 20, you're not supposed to be blocking shots.
I don't know why you would. That's not what you get paid for.
That shot goes high and out.
Get out of the way.
Raymond will clear it. Well, the Red Wings get to work on the penalty killing.
Who's got a bad skate? Looks like Raymond. He's got a busted skate. He gets help to go off, and they'll replace that with those replaceables instantly. Oh,
Mata over there with Noah Gregor. Cleared around by Detroit and down the ice. 1:20 to go in the opening period. Yakimchuk 19 years old. He'll likely go back to the Western Hockey League. Although he's trying to tell them, no, I don't want to go. He's been so good this preseason, 58 in white. But the World Junior Championships, late December and into the new year, are in Ottawa. So you know that he'll be wearing Canadian jersey and will be there anyway in Ottawa if he's not there to start this season. He goes back to junior at some point. Could play 9 games, I suppose. Got the puck now.
Look at this, 2-on-1.
Offer sets up. He's got it. He shoots in the good save by Forsberg there. But you can see the eyes from Danielson in the pass that he makes and the composure he's got.
Well, I think he intended to do so all along. Now, they didn't read it that way.
Offer just got in the path there of Tyler Boucher. Addison with a shot, and that's held by Lyon.
To take the goaltender away from having any chance, you've got to release this puck immediately as it hits your stick. And Compher handled it just for a split second. That allowed Forsberg to set up and make it look easy. Lots of teaching going on with young players around the league like that. The iPads on the bench. Eyes are everywhere.
Two goals for Marco Kasper. Our Figer Law intermission report. And with those two, he will join Trevor Thompson. We'll have more on conversation with the signing of Moritz Seider on the 7-year deal with Red Wings. And this season is already underway in Prague with the Sabres and the New Jersey Devils. So Red Wings lead 2-0. Trevor.
All right, Ken, Marco Kasper just settling in here after a big first period. 2 goals, nearly had the hat trick when you were going in all alone. What was going through your mind there, Marco?
I don't know. I mean, we started the game good. I think getting a goal early is always helps the whole team, and I think it's been really good first period. Obviously, we'd like to score a third goal there, but I think good penalty kill. We gotta continue with that now and get a good second period going.
Those 2 goals in the preseason for yourself right now, how much do they boost your confidence?
Yeah, for sure. I think we have created good chances the last few games. Like as a team, we didn't score a lot last few games, but no, just to get out there and get a goal, it's always good and a good feeling, and just trying to build on that.
You also had a chance to kill some of that penalty time out there. How much is that a part of your game? How much do you look forward to those opportunities to grow your game in that area?
Yeah, for sure. I want to try to be a two-way player and try to kill penalties and do a good job offensively. But just trying to do my best out there, and we gotta try to do our best to not let them score. And yeah.
Great first period, Marco, and thanks for this. Good luck the rest of the way. Marco Kasper was his first 2 goals of the preseason, and with that, the Red Wings are up 2-0 over Ottawa after 20 minutes of play. This intermission report is brought to you by Figer Law. We're back with more right after this. The NHL kicked off the regular season this afternoon at 1 p.m. our time, but in Czechia, Prague, it sure does look sweet by night. The answer to the question of who got the first goal of the season? Well, Stefan Nason, right there. And this big save by Jacob Markstrom showing why the Devils went out and got him to shore up their goaltending. And that is Nico Hischier with the 3rd goal of the game. 4-1 final. The Devils over the Sabres in Prague today. The Red Wings' upcoming schedule looks like this as they get the season kicked off against the Pittsburgh Penguins on Thursday, followed up by the Predators rolling into town for a Saturday evening affair here in the Motor City. Time for second period action between the Senators and the Red Wings, and for it, we'll send you up to the gondola. Ken Daniels, it's all yours.
Thank you, Trev. And well, Alex Lyon will go the whole way tonight. There's 6'5" native of Edmonton, Carter Skylander, backing up tonight. Played 4 years at Colgate. and had a good 4 years too, even though a tough closing out against Michigan, but a nice senior year at Colgate. So he's the backup netminder tonight. It was to be Jack Campbell, but Jack Campbell has entered the NHL Player Assistance Program. So we wish Jack Campbell all the best. He was slated to start in Grand Rapids with Sebastian Cossa to be a tandem there. So Nuzzi Lalone and the staff will figure out what will happen with the Griffins, who start at home tonight against Milwaukee. So that's still to be decided by 5 o'clock on Tuesday when rosters are set. As the power play will continue, a carryover here, and it was a long one, 7 minutes, because of the Austin Watson situation with the aggressor and the game misconduct, attempting misconduct, etc. So Ottawa continues on a power play. Marco Kasper with the 2 goals in this game, nearly had a third. You heard him in conversation with Trevor Thompson as the first period concluded. Loose puck in front of the net. Tyler Mott, a good play to lift the stick. Yakimchuk got over to keep it in. And he gets the return fee. Picked up by Adam Gaudette. 44 goals for Gaudette in the American Hockey League last season with Springfield. Backhanded cross. Oh, it went off-sider and a save there by Lyon. It hit him. I don't know if he saw it, but it stayed out. Addison with a lead pass for Cruikshank. On the wing for Reinhardt. Olimata. Got it over for Simon Edmondson, and down the ice it goes. Addison for Cruikshank. Bouncing puck handled by Ostapchuk. 7 games played last season for Ottawa. Didn't get any points, though. Second round pick in 21. Pick acquired in the Erik Karlsson deal with San Jose. Chasing after it, Danielson.
That deal seems like 10 years ago.
Doesn't it?
It does.
He's not even where he started from the deal. Now in Pittsburgh. That went off the leg of Cruikshank, who played 13 games with Ottawa last season, a 5th-round pick 6 years ago. That gets stolen here by Mazur, and just wide on the stick side as Mott dragged it back. Just 40 seconds remaining in this 7-minute power play that Ottawa's had. Oh, good save there by Lyon. Right pad, he got down and he holds it out.
Wow. Well, they haven't had a whole lot in this 7-minute power play, but the last couple of minutes they've had 2 dandy opportunities, one by accident, and this last one not. So, a massive humanity right in front of Alex Lyon. He seems to find humor in a lot of things in the world. There's the deflection off Sider's leg. It had Lyon turning sideways, and it hit him before he completely turned around.
Here's Yakimchuk. Lost a lot of ice time. Already over 11 minutes for Yakimchuk, the 19-year-old. Able to hold that puck in. You can see why he was a high draft pick at 7th overall this past June. Lions stopped that one. Finally, the penalty's over. DeBrincat had been serving, so he's rested. He's out. Ridley Gregg after him. Then Sherrod. Ahead for Tyler Mott, lifted the stick, made sure the puck exited the zone. Jacob Bernard. Around it goes for Yannick, who was in the middle of things with Austin Watson in the first period. That's Matthew Highmore on it. Highmore, a former teammate of DeBrincat, Kane, and Gustafson with Chicago.
Good save.
busting after him. Raymond cleared away by Forsberg. Up for Highmore. On the wing for Yannick. Highmore against Gustafson. So the two former Blackhawks together. Comes back for Philip Bruce. Swings it across, and Addison will send it back in. Hard hit there.
Sure was.
But making the play, Gustafson. Back in by Ottawa as it rims around. Gustafson on it. Round for Sider. Handled smartly there by Dylan Larkin. Got it out to center, and Addison will lead pass back in. That's off the shaft of the stick. A Lyon who made the save. Puck in back of the net. Gaudette centered one. That goes off a leg. Picked up by Cole Reinhardt with a good stop and turn. Reinhardt stays with it. Quick shot. Good save there by Lyon. Off Holiday. Carried back in here. Tarasenko to the goal. Hit the post. Save there and then off the post. This will be icing against Ottawa.
Well, a little bit of action after the 7-minute power play where Ottawa had, over that time, 8 shots. Only a couple were severe. And there's the Tarasenko opportunity. It's bugged by a couple of guys. Patrick Kane, DeBrincat, Larkin only had 3 minutes and change in the first period of ice with all the penalties. And then an intermission on top of that. They got to be really careful that they're not really warmed up and ready to go.
Patrick Kane's only played just over 4 minutes. Larkin 5.5 in the game so far, with nearly 5 gone, just over 5 gone here in the second.
Larkin would have killed a penalty where Kane did not. And DeBrincat was in the box for the major, so he's got about 4 minutes. That's not the intent when you get into the lineup. They're probably the last preseason game that these guys will play. They're in Toronto tomorrow. That'll be lineup of Young, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. That will be. A lot of future Griffins. Or present Griffins.
Well, we've seen a lot of future whatevers here in Pittsburgh and Ottawa and Toronto.
And Joseph Wall, their scheduled starter, but Stolarz showed well last night for Toronto.
Sure did.
The Leafs will pretty much be bringing their regular season lineup on the ice in Toronto tomorrow night.
Well, they open on Wednesday. We open on Thursday.
Leafs will open against Montreal. Danielson's shot just went wide, back in front by Mott. Mata to Comfer. Holy Mata. He's got Gustafson this side. It's back the other way. Comfer back for Holy Mata again. Lifted the stick there by Danielson. Tyler Mott dropped it off. Cleared around in behind by Bernard Docker. Was wrapped off the boards by the Senators' Hayden Hodgson, who's from Windsor, the 28-year-old. Number 42 in the visiting jersey. Able to hold that puck in was Nate Danielson. Ridley Gregg. That stood up by Sherratt. Back now for Noah Gregor on a 1-year deal after not being qualified by Toronto. In the slot, saved there by Lyon off Gaudette. Gaudette again to the line for Addison. Hit a body in front. Noah Gregor goes after it, beaten to it by Larkin. DeBrincat over Larkin's stick. Addison for Gaudette. Into Detroit territory, leaves it there for Gregor. Sider got a piece of it. Ridley Gregg back to the line for Clevin. And we got a stop and play back in a moment. Marco Kasper with both Detroit goals. Time for the call, Sam. Best call, and what a season it was for the CCM line. Kyle Connor, who's still with the Jets, JT Compher and Tyler Mott together again, and all three top 10 finalists for the Hobey Baker Award as they work their magic. Tyler Mott once again wearing number 14 and wore number 64 most of his NHL career, but back with his familiar number 14 that he wore so well at Michigan. And from 13 to 16 together, 14 and 15, Larkin and Kopp and Comfer and Mott. The 14-15 season were all together at Michigan, and now together again with the Red Wings. Tyler Kleven back to get it. Playing in his 5th game. Lead pass up the middle. The goal scored. Casper had it picked off. Go back to retrieve it. Edmondson, nice play there. Self-play off the kick plate. Escaped to hit. Holiday gets it in for Ottawa. Stephen Holiday went to Ohio State for his collegiate time. Kane, he'll head off. Casper will go after it with Jacob Bernard Docker. Gustafson moved it ahead as Mazur gets one up. Gets the return feed in front of the net. Puck is loose and just knocked away before Brenzig Nygaard get a piece of it. With Mazur and Danielson together. Shot blocked, loose in front of the net. Taken away by Highmore. Came out to center for Addison. Back into his own zone for Roos. 6'4" defenseman from Sweden. Addison's got it. Back for Roos. Played 21 games with Chicago. Raymond for Larkin at the Ottawa line now. The Senators come to center ice. Cale Addison. Round Raymond. Addison centered. That hit a stick. Bruce on it. Back into the corner. Came free for Larkin. Ahead to Raymond. Here's DeBrincat with Larkin in behind. DeBrincat, the shot goes high. All the way back now for Seider. On defense with Sherratt. DeBrincat will give chase with Philip Roos. And they're digging for it. Unique. DeBrincat again, but then it knocked away from him and carried ahead by Cole Reinhardt. 6th round pick of Ottawa. Only NHL game played 3 seasons ago. That puck gets coughed up, kept in by the Senators to the corner as Seider ties up his check. Puck came free. Noah Gregor digging for it. Has it to an open corner. And a little time there for Seider, who reverses that for Sherratt. Yakimchuk moved it over for Gregor. Sherratt cleared it, but right back for Kleven. Back into the corner it came, and a spin back by Gaudette. Knocked down by Gregor. And stolen by Mott. Good stick there by Tyler Mott. And then Seider just shoves down Kleven to the ice. That off the boards. Ottawa in the midst of a change. Nice slick move there by Danielson with Nygaard. And Danielson's shot gets held by Forsberg. So Seider does what Seider does. Plays it tough.
A little bit of a strange offseason and had a surgery. I thought it was going to be minor, and it ended up being a pretty long recovery, and I was dealing with that for the first part, and something I didn't even really, I was playing through it last year. I didn't know I needed surgery to fix, but I ended up getting it fixed, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah, Tyler Mott told us he went to Egypt. Some guys spent their time at beach resort vacations with their significant others. Other guys took their kids to Disneyland. Dylan Larkin's offseason not quite as enjoyable, but he told me he's ready for the season. He's good to go. He feels healthy, and that's great for the Red Wings. Hopefully he gets all 82 in this season, Penny.
And he may have been most upset, Trev, that the wrist surgery prevented his golf game from even getting better.
Exactly.
No kidding.
Exactly. That's what the offseason's all about for hockey players, isn't it?
Yeah, and if you look, the Red Wings had a tough go without Dylan in that 3-8 stretch there. Dylan was out 4 and missed most of a fifth of the 11 games, and he missed 5 of those 7 games when the Red Wings went 0-7 from February 29th to March 14th.
Let me tell you something. He and his brother, they can hit it on the golf course. Holy mackerel. They're 300 plus off the tee.
Who's better, Colin or Dylan?
I'm not really sure. I played with the two of them and plus their dad, Kevin, last summer. I mean, they can really hit it. It's amazing. Lower body, you know.
And I was talking with Dylan about golf, of course, because we had golfed in the Village Charity Foundation event. And when I saw Dylan that day, I said, by the way, we always knew that Gus Nyquist was the best Red Wing golfer at the time. Who's the best now? And he said that would be Christian Fisher.
Yeah, he's pretty good. What was he, like a 3 or 4 or something like that?
Not sure what his handicap is, but
yeah.
He said Anthony Mantha was pretty good too, but he said Anthony always thought he was the best. And I said, okay. Didn't mean he was.
We know a few guys like that. Yeah.
Johansson on the back end for Detroit. Gustafsson slowed it down, but taken by Hodgson. Loose into the corner it goes. Cruikshank for Ottawa, tied up by Tarasenko and Gustafsson, the former New York Rangers. There's a penalty upcoming here. And a little extracurricular, too. So the newcomer to the Red Wings, Eric Gustafsson, in his 9th season.
Well, he's taken a couple of pretty heavy hits in this game. He gave one there.
Oh, sure did.
He sure did. I don't know that the elbow was high, but the unique is this guy is a magnet for trouble. Oh, there's a nice.
Sure, that's a
backhanded two-hander, but it's not a British Columbia two-hander. I'll tell you that. It wasn't good enough for that. So there's a lot of
penalty number 59. 2-minute minor slashing.
I touched you last on that one.
So the Red Wings get a power play with Cruikshank in the box.
Well, they've had lots of power play opportunities. This group, they haven't been real good at it. They've had a bunch of good looks against Toronto last night, but no cigar. And Patrick Kane, who's just starving for ice time here tonight, is on the ice. And Tarasenko as well has hardly played 4 minutes.
So Kane, Gustafsson, who worked their magic together in Chicago. Puck is loose. Tarasenko played it back, and the Ottawa Senators get out of harm's way as Gregor carries it. Noah Gregor with a head fake driving the goal. And Lyon made the save as Larkin's got the loose puck. So Gustafsson will try to replace some of the offense because there was a lot of offense brought by Shane Gostisbehere, especially on the power play.
But he's never been a goal scorer like Gostisbehere and Wallman were last year. They had 22 goals between the two of them.
Last year for sure. But Gustafsson in his time with Chicago did have 17 in 18-19 season with Kane and DeBrincat. So he has put up goals before. Has the puck now. Gets it back from Kane. There's the shot and a save. And speaking of their time together in Chicago, Gustafsson, Kane, DeBrincat, power play up top, Gustafsson with it. Kane said of all the players he's played with up top on a power play, Gustafsson, one of the best. That was then, this is now.
Well, it probably is not going to take too long. I mean, Gustafsson is 32 years old. He's been around a long time. And for him to fit in will be a lot easier than a young guy, especially knowing Kane and DeBrincat.
And when Gustafsson was on the power play with the Rangers in the 3 weeks or so that Adam Fox was out of the lineup. He filled in beautifully in that time with New York. So Gustafsson can handle that, and Seider's going to give him a run on the power play for time back there too. Seider with it now for Nate Danielson. Frantic Nygaard out there. Carter Mazur for DeBrincat. Mazur went down and the puck came right back to him, caught up in his jersey. DeBrincat getting one back though for Seider. Looks back to DeBrincat. There's a shot. That gets blocked. Got it again. Another one blocked in front and clear. As the penalty is over. Failing to break in through the middle was Casper. Loose puck here from Mata to Mott. Casper, Comfer. Tyler Mott hustling over. Got it back for Simon Edvinsson. For Ole Mata. Drop pass up high. Comfer down low and redirected by Mata and held by Forsberg.
Pretty good communication right there with a defenseman up playing forward. And Comfer with a set-up pass and Forsberg.
I know I'm an offensive guy. Like to be as simple as I can in my own zone. Get it as the puck to the forwards and you're on the rush. Get up there as fast as I can.
Big opportunity for that guy, Erik Gustafsson, on power play one with Shane Gostisbehere leaving town. But here he is wearing the Chicago Blackhawks uniform. That's really where he made his bones in this league. And with Patrick Kane, great relationship between the two. One of the big reasons that Gustafsson decided to sign in Detroit, his 18, Kenny.
Yeah, and the other reason, his dad Lars is a huge Red Wing fan, and a penalty coming here against Ottawa.
Right? No, Detroit, Kenny,
Well,
I think.
Yeah, it's Detroit, right?
touch.
But
Yeah.
Lyon was going to the bench.
Right. That's right. He got confused.
Detroit penalty
Yep.
number 92. 2-minute minor tripping.
His confusion confused me.
That's understandable. It's a universal thing. Well,
So Casper is in the box.
busy night for number 92.
So this down the ice, and Ottawa does not have those who will be on their power play this season, including David Perron, who is so key at puck retrievals for the Red Wings power play, which was 9th best last season. Nor Tim Stutzla, Jake Sanderson, Thomas Chabot, Brady Tkachuk, just some of the names we're not here tonight for Ottawa, and they will be better and with a better goaltender than they were last season at the Atlantic.
I know David Perron will, like he was here with a lot of young Red Wings, be very good for a young Ottawa team.
Oh, yeah.
With his experience and
Walked there by Seider.
the way he plays the game, the way he prepares, his passion for the game.
And
we found that at training camp when he first came to us.
And Josh Norris is healthy. Shane Pinto a full season for them. And Nick Jensen will be paired with Thomas Chabot, who's acquired from Washington in the Jacob Chikrin deal. Former Red Wing. Nick Jensen is
It's a great story, you know. There was no room for a Nick Jensen when he was here. But he stayed with it. Very small, good skater, good thinker of the game, but he stayed with it, and he's made himself a pretty darn good career.
And a right-hand shot.
Yeah.
Which all seem to the first thing. Here's Lyon. Played it high and off the glass, but kept in by Kalen Addison. Gets the return feed from Reinhart. Cole Reinhart. Moved there. Motto holding up Cruikshank. Comfer delays. Takes some time off the clock. With a dozen seconds remaining in this Ottawa power play. Red Wing penalty killing was 14th last season. Goaltenders for Detroit, shorthanded, had saved the second most goals above expected. The Wings gave up a lot of chances. So can the goaltenders do that again, or can those killing prevent more chances than they did? And Tyler Mott's going to help in that regard. They got a lot who can kill penalties on this team. Sider took the hit. Zach McEwen and reversed the puck. The cross check at center was DeBrincat. No arm in the air, though. Fans don't like that. Raymond. DeBrincat slashing a little bit with Bernard Docker. They're still going to run another down ice. Raymond showed last year he could stand up for himself. In comes Larkin. That pass across went off a stick. Racing out with it came Tyler Boucher. Brian Boucher, the TNT analyst. That's his son. Tyler Boucher had billeted with Jenna and Chris Osgood prior to his making the National Hockey League. I bet he has some stories to tell. Casper, that shot deflected high into the netting with 43 seconds to go in the second.
Pretty obvious, number 92, Casper. In spite of the 2 goals, as we look at the bit of a cross-check by Docker on DeBrincat. A lot of jawing going on. And even as the line changes took place, DeBrincat was still giving it to Docker as he went to the bench. A lot of hurt feelings this training camp around the league. It's the physicality, the size of these players, and the speed at which they play the game now is what keep it clean. Peeves everybody off. Tough business.
Raymond just wants to be involved. He's played under 9 minutes in the game tonight with that 7-minute Ottawa power play. Sider leading the Red Wings. Nearly 14.5 minutes tonight. Yakimchuk for Ottawa, the defenseman, at 17-15 and counting. He's out there again in the waning moments of the second period. Tarasenko lost the puck. Tarasenko played 57 games with Ottawa before going to Florida and winning a Stanley Cup. But many he played with there aren't in the lineup tonight for the Senators. So after 2 periods of play, the same score it was after 1. Our MGM Grand Detroit intermission report coming your way. Michael Branzik-Nygaard will guest with Trevor Thompson. And the Red Wings still with, again, the decision to make on him, whether Sweden or Grand Rapids. And Alex DeBrincat, we'll hear from him on the season outlook for the Detroit Red Wings. Trevor, all yours.
All right, Ken, thank you very much. And Michael, skating out here as a teenager has got to be a lot of fun. You're going to turn 19. I can't think of any better way to usher in your birthday. How does it feel for you? What does it mean for you to be out here tonight?
I mean, it means a lot. I'm really excited to be here. It's my first game in the Caesar Arena too, so it's pretty cool to be here and play in red.
And as far as your hockey upbringing goes and who you looked up to, Matt Zuccarello, what did he mean to you growing up as a fellow Norwegian?
I mean, of course, it means a lot. He's one of the few Norwegian NHL players and have done really well, and his career is the best in Norwegian history. So I looked up to him a lot, and he has inspired me a lot, and other kids too. So it's really cool to try to know him.
And certainly a lot of talented players inside this dressing room right now. What are you learning from the Red Wings through camp and through this preseason right now?
Just see how they compete in every practices. They go very hard, and in the games too, it means a lot to them. So try to pick that up from them.
Pick up as much as you can, and we appreciate your time here. And happy birthday, Michael.
Thank you.
All right, enjoy it. Red Wings up by 2. The youngsters having an impact on this game here tonight with the physicality and on the score sheet with the goals by Marco Casper. 20 more minutes to play here for them to put on more of a show here tonight in the Motor City. This intermission report is brought to you by MGM Grand Detroit. We're back with more right after this.
Well, this guy has accounted for himself, Ken, pretty well tonight. And a lot of the team here is a specialist. Penalty killing, and not only has he done that, but he's got himself some pretty good offensive stuff going. Sets up a nice little poke check there on the first goal of the game, and then a really good setup to Watson before he had to leave after 3.5 minutes. Blocking shots, getting lots of ice time with the penalty kill, as I mentioned, and that's his specialty. So after 40 minutes of play, Tyler Mott with a little over 12 minutes. Not to be the same for Patrick Kane or DeBrincat. They're a little frustrated with all the penalties and the ice time. And what are you here for if you're a veteran player? You're here to get some game conditions and the high speed and stuff. And when you're sitting in the box, your legs go cold. So they hope to get a good third period here. They won't play tomorrow, most likely in Toronto. And they'll wait to tee it up against Pittsburgh next Thursday night.
Right. Most of those who will play in Toronto tomorrow will be with the Griffins, and I want to correct what I had mentioned earlier. Griffins will start tonight. They start next Friday night, obviously, at home against Milwaukee. Not this night because they wouldn't have many players. A lot of them are still in the camp here. Yeah. So they'll be heading down. So the Griffins open Van Andel next Friday night. And the Red Wings open next Thursday. The NHL open this afternoon with New Jersey beating Buffalo in Prague. They'll play one more there. Brought back in by Zach McEwen. And a save by Alex Lyon. And a message from the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
Returning AZ Plan trade-in lessees can lease a 2024 F-150 XLT 4x4 Super Crew for $339 a month for 24 months. Only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
And Alex Lyon and his goaltender coach, another Alex, Westland, both had outstanding collegiate careers, both holding school records at Yale, with each winning the Ken Dryden Award. ECAC Goalie of the Year, Alex Lyon winning it twice. Alex Westland, his goaltender coach now, winning it once. And how many goals did you score on Ken Dryden, Nick? A save made there by Forsberg.
You know, what happened with Ken Dryden, he was like 6'4". I never realized he was so big. Got a breakaway one time in the Montreal Forum right after I got traded here to Detroit. And I thought, well, you know what? It was early in the game, first or second shift. I'm going to waste one. I'll hit him right between the eyes. Well, he's 6'4". I hit him in the throat. And he went down coast to coast with buttered toast, Hockey Night in Canada. And I'm bent over. I said, next time, you big son of a bee, get out of the road or I'll take your head off. He never liked me very much after that.
I guess not. And what a beautiful mask that was, too, had you hit it.
You had to soften him up when you could. He was a big guy. You know what, Ken Dryden, is ridiculous numbers. Ken Dryden, I believe, I'm going by memory now, only had 58 losses in his career. I mean, it's ridiculous. 58 or 59 losses in Montreal, won about 6 cups, and then just walked away from the game. Unbelievable. He's quite the goaltender.
7 Stanley Cups he won.
Okay. Yeah.
Amazing.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, the one year when Scotty Bowman, I think, was the coach, they won 4 cups in 5 years or something like that. And I think he only lost about 8 games that year. Dryden may not have been into those 8.
Yeah. On a back for Simon Edvinsson. Nate Danielson. Shot deflected. Nice move by Mazur. Off the leg of Danielson. Michael Branson-Nygaard trying to get there. There's a penalty coming.
This is really right in front of me. It was really an accident.
Whoa, big slash coming back there from Mazur. And going after him from behind, Tyler Boucher.
This was really I see. Okay.
That's a trip.
Well, it's a different angle to see that. He had his head up, and he did see that their feet might have collided, and he could have lifted his left leg up, and that's why they made the call. He didn't do that. So I'd say by looking at that replay, it was a correct call. The bench doesn't think so, but they never do. Toughest job in the game. Being a referee, somebody can be mad at you all the time.
So So power play here for Ottawa. Tarot battling in the corner, try to come up with that puck. With some help from Sider, rims it around, and down the ice it goes.
It's a lot of power play time for Ottawa. They've had 11 minutes, and now they're in their 12th and 13 minutes here of the extra man. That's why a lot of Detroiters have not played a lot.
Right.
If they're not killing penalties, and that defeats the purpose of a preseason game.
Austin Watson played so little. I wonder if he'll be playing in Toronto tomorrow.
Good point. Yeah.
And you think that Billy Husso will get the start there. Hooking coming up to Ottawa.
Yeah.
That's why Edmondson had lost that puck as Stephen Holiday twirled him around.
This line ran into his own guy, trying to look like they were dancing in the slot. They'll have some fun with that. Oh, jeez. Never a shortage, no matter what's going on in the world of hockey, to have fun. The dressing rooms are priceless. You could make a reality show out of any dressing room at any time. Serious business, but there's always time for humor and laughter.
2-minute minor for hooking.
And the reality show Face Off on Amazon Prime, the 6 episodes dropped today, and that is really something to watch. There's Travis Green in his first season, coached in Vancouver and now with Ottawa. Steve Steos, the president of hockey ops and GM. Dave Poulin, senior vice president. So a changing of the guard in Ottawa. Gustafsson pulls it back, leaves it for Mazur. Gustafsson, Casper to the net. He's got both Detroit goals. Gustafsson watched there by Yannick. And came outside the line on the Albert Johansson pass. Flying through the middle comes Marco Casper.
Very confident. You can watch him play it down at this level. You can really see the confidence in his stride. Casper. Yeah.
And again, remains to be seen if the Red Wings can open up a 13th forward spot prior to Tuesday's deadline at 5 Eastern when the rosters need to be set. There will be cuts coming on Sunday. Some going junior, back to Grand Rapids, and Hockeytown opening week bigger than ever. We kick off the season in style. Each game features pregame parties for all fans. Score tickets, special ticket offers for the games, including awesome fan giveaways. Visit DetroitRedWings.com/opening week.
Interesting power play that we're looking at now with Patrick Kane back on the blue line. I bet he hasn't done a lot of that in his career. Just like penalty killing.
Well, he's with his old pal back there,
yeah.
Eric Gustafsson.
Yeah. And that's Larkin and Tarasenko and Raymond up front.
Raymond will chase there with Ridley Gregg. Puck came loose. Kane's on it. Passed across, kicked at by Larkin. He's claiming he was hooked. Tarasenko. For Larkin. Back for Gustafsson to Kane. Tarasenko back to Kane again. Kane's got it. Circles back. On to Larkin. Shot deflected and wide. Kane will chase it down. Left it there for Gustafsson. Finding Larkin. By Tarasenko for Larkin. Quickly Gustafsson. Now Kane across middle. Larkin shot saved. Rebound knocked away from Kane. Couldn't get it to settle. Penalty over.
It was a nice setup, Ken.
Yeah.
Nicely executed and bit of a screen shot by Dylan Larkin, and it's a good stop.
Kane will be with Tarasenko, at least to start the season, on a line with J.T. Compher. And again, Tarasenko and Kane didn't play together on a line in New York. In fact, where Tarasenko got there, Kane was a little worried there wouldn't be enough puck to go around. But then, as things turn out, it was Kane advising Tarasenko to come to Detroit. It'd be a great move for him. Franzik Nygaard. Out there with Comfer and DeBrincat. Franzik Nygaard got it. DeBrincat, shot went wide. Back for Edvinsson. Over to Seider for DeBrincat. Simon Edvinsson, Seider wanted it. He gets it now off the fanned shot there by Edvinsson. Seider drags it across the line into the dot and deflected and knocked away, and Yannick into the corner. A looper out to center ice. Red Wings take over, settled by Simon Edvinsson. On it goes for DeBrincat. Right-hand shot on the left wing was on his backhand. Edvinsson moved up and just crunched his man. Big hit there as he knocked down Tyler Boucher.
They want to fight him. Okay. Look at this. This is interesting.
Look at Edvinsson just hold off Reinhart.
Oh, my. I want to see if it's a clean hit or not. The bench is all up here on the Red Wing side for young Edvinsson. There's a little bit of a reach disadvantage there. Oy, oy, oy. Don't tackle with the big boy. Lurch is in the building. Well, the power play for Detroit's going to, looks like, get a 4-minute chance here, if nothing else transpires. And here's the last look. Pretty good execution here. Again, when you got a guy like Kane, he has a knack of finding holes in lanes and skates and sticks and what have you. So you got to have your stick on the ice and get open. He's going to find you.
And a Red Wing power play that was 9th in the NHL last season, and Red Wing stressing puck retrieval. That helped it a lot last season. David Perron, now a Senator, but not here tonight. Big participant there. More skill now, but will is needed. It's the will to retrieve those pucks. That'll help lots. Here's Kane. Moved it through to Raymond with time and a save by Forsberg. And Ottawa will clear.
I can tell you this, Ken. There's a lot of humor in games and training camps and best events. None shorter than what just happened with Edvinsson. Both benches were kind of laughing at what happened.
It was ragdoll.
Oh my God, it's funny. Snyder came over here. He had a smirk on his face like nobody's business. Oh, like, what is going on?
Moving in came Tarasenko for Raymond. Lucas Raymond back for Vlad Tarasenko. For Patrick Kane. Larkin went back for Kane, but knocked away by Clevin. Kane leaves it for Gustafsson. For Larkin, in front for Tarasenko, who's behind him. Kane along near boards with Ridley Gregg. Able to free it up for Gustafsson. Back for Kane. Gets a return fee. Gustafsson shot. Off to the corner it went. Larkin able to keep control. For Gustafsson again. Kane's got it. Tarasenko and Raymond down low. Tarasenko over. A swipe at it. Got it to Raymond. Now for Kane. Stick lifted by Ridley Gregg. Kept control though. Finds Larkin for Kane one more time.
He's trying to set up Gus for a one-timer.
There it is. And a save made.
And Gustafsson banging his helmet. And Kane has just got all the time in the world. He'll burn you, but you're on a power play. You expect that kind of stuff to happen. A bit of a screenshot. Good stop again by Forsberg. Still not a ton of shots in this game. 23-18, but there's so many power plays. 13 minutes of a power play for Ottawa.
So now half the power play has expired. Donovan Sabrango, a Red Wing third-round pick in 20 on defense, number 37 for Ottawa. Acquired in the DeBrincat deal. That'll be held by Forsberg. Now a message from Wallside Windows.
Get Wallside's biggest offer ever. 80 months, no interest. Plus, half off every window we make for a very limited time, only from Wallside.
Off the draw, controlled Seider for DeBrincat, who gets it back from me. Seider. And DeBrincat. The Wings have had plenty of time to work on penalty killing tonight. As it turns out, power play too. It's been a special teams night. Marco Kasper with both goals in the first period. Had a breakaway for a natural hat trick, but was stopped in a good save by Anton Forsberg. Here's DeBrincat. That inadvertently went off the skate of Mazur and deflected down ice. Michael Brandzik knee guard around for Moritz Seider. For DeBrincat. Who had that hot start in his debut. There looked like a cross check, not called. Erik Gustafsson. With the Rangers, 6 goals, 31 points last season. Played 16 more in the playoffs. Raymond circles back in his own zone. The Red Wings' leading scorer last season was Raymond. With 72 points. He lets it go back for Kane. Tarasenko, Gustafsson, Kane again. Needs just 16 points to 1,300 in his illustrious career. Tarasenko to Larkin. Oh, it was blocked.
Almost right in the face.
That was Matthew Highmore. Kane tried to go up high and holding the post was Forsberg, and now Larkin mixing up with Bernard Docker.
Well, these young fellas have make no bones about the fact that they're going to go after veteran players. It doesn't matter. They just want to impress their management and coaches.
Patrick Kane, when he gets to 1,300, he'll be the second U.S. born in history to get there, with only former wing for a short time Mike Modano in front, solidly at 1,374. Two nothing. Back in a moment.
See the Red Wings live for their first weekend game of the season on Saturday, October the 12th. Arrive at 2:30 for the ever-popular red carpet walk. You can catch your favorite players and get a photo op and an autograph. Visit DetroitRedWings.com/tickets. And I'm interested, Mickey, what you're going to wear down the red carpet. Going to be a Carhartt? Going to be a nice new suit? You going to outdo Kenny that day? What you got going on?
Well, I'll tell you what's going on is that the first Friday in every October is now called Platter Day. So wear your plaid, Trevor. And if you don't have one, I'll get you one.
Get me one, please.
Platter Day. Platter Day is Friday, the first Friday in every October. That's today. Lots of plaids.
Platter Day.
Platter Day. I'm not kidding you. Serious.
I believe you.
Look it up. Got that message from the UP today. Never a shortage of fun up there.
Adam Gaudette with a shot that's deflected. Zach McEwen. Round for Kalen Addison. Parts of 4 seasons with the Minnesota Wild. Last season, San Jose. Shot came loose in front for McEwen. Empty net. They score. Adam Gaudette. We said scored 44 in the American Hockey League last season. 17 more than in the NHL in 220 games.
Well, this one was laid on a platter for him. Good forechecking.
Well, it's Platter Day. Of course it was.
Platter Day. It's on a platter. That's right. Oh, boy, you're on top of it. You're ready for Thursday night.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see McEwen causing all kinds of havoc in front. Rolling puck. He just went after it, and Lyon pretty much has no chance unless it hits him. Make it a one-shot game. Right place, right time for Gaudette.
So a wide edge in shots for Detroit. 2 in the first from Marco Kasper, and Ottawa making it a game here midway through the third. Michael Branzik, Nygaard across, but the play goes offside.
It's interesting to see this kid, Nygaard, up close down here, Ken. Up, you know, when you get up in the gondolas around these rinks, sometimes it's hard to really gauge the body language of these guys. You can gauge it, but not the same way as here. He's right in front of me now here with the Ottawa bench, and I can see why they drafted him where they did. I mean, he's an interesting character to watch. He looks a little bit unorthodox, but not so much when you get to see him down here. And he seems to have a nose for the game, and I'm sure that's why Steve Yzerman decided to take him.
Yeah, and still has to decide where he's going to play this season.
He's not exactly a small guy either. Here he is now.
No, he's 6'1", over 200 pounds. And with a shot, this goes by. Danielson, another try. As Nygaard was driving the net, Danielson let it go.
Assistant number 17, Zach Hewitt. Number 59, Angus Brookshot. Time of the goal. 11 minutes, 27 seconds in the third period. Ottawa.
Yakimchuk's pass gets deflected in. Back to get it, Tyler Clement. Seems like him a lot. Like him to be a little more physical, but maybe in time that'll come. Play is onside. Clement's got it. That'll be gloved by Lyon. Take a look at Michael Branzik, Nygaard.
He's the one that set up
after Danielson shot it.
He set up Danielson for the play to begin with, right there to stay onside. And Danielson kind of came late a little bit under the arm of Forsberg and just trickled outside the goal post.
Heard him speak with Trevor about his idol, Matt Zuccarello, whom he knew as his kid because his father in Norway is a many-time champion Norwegian hockey player. So Michael knew Matt Zuccarello, now with the Minnesota Wild, and they actually played together on a line at the World Championships, which was really thrilling for Michael. It's something. You idolize him as a kid, and then you get to play with him later.
Really.
And a save there by Lyon.
Well, you see a nice return for that line right there after they score the goal, and they go, you know what? Why not? Put them back out there. Travis Green, the new coach here, former Vancouver Canuck coach.
Moving in with it came Yakimchuk. The rookie's playing close to 22 minutes now. Mazur in front and held by Forsberg. And now a message from Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical.
I've been a customer of Family Heating and Cooling for over 25 years. We trusted their advice.
Contact us today for the heating, cooling, and electrical needs of your family.
Carter Mazur, who turned 22 this past March, and he signed his contract with Detroit on his 21st birthday, March 28th. Won a national championship with Denver, with Shai Bouillon and Antti Tuomisto. They'll be together in Grand Rapids this season. Again, the Griffins opening next Friday at home. To the middle, came to Brinkett, and a save by Forsberg. To the middle for DeBrincat. His pass, Larkin. Got it across. Raymond Mata, backhand, went high.
Mata's been up there playing like a forward tonight a couple of times. He'll be back in a moment. 2-1. You know, we've talked a lot about Nate Danielson and the way he processes the game. A lot of little things that add up to be one big thing, and if you're looking at him right now, he just seems to understand where to go, and more importantly to me, when to go there, or when not to go there. He's good defensively. He reads the tea leaves of the game very, very well for a young kid, and that's why he's so well liked by the organization.
Working to get stronger and quicker and more explosive for the pro game. And these are the top prospects for you up front for the Red Wings. Nygaard will either be with Axel Sandin Pellikka, and what a prospect he's turning out to be with Skellefteå over in Sweden. A great start from there. Franzik Nygaard could be with them there, or with those other three in Grand Rapids starting next Friday. We'll see.
That would be quite a thrill for Grand Rapids fans.
Yeah.
Watching those guys.
We may have to make a trip to Van Andel to watch.
Yeah.
Loading up the truck and moving to
Van
Andel to see some hockey. Knocked away by Simon Edvinsson.
This, I just realized, here we are, 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go. 2-1 hockey game. I don't care who's playing for the other team. This is the kind of situation where Detroit wants to work on and to buckle down and kind of tighten the reins on scoring chances and stuff.
Here's Tarasenko. Scores!
That'll solve that.
Scores against his old teammate and team from a season ago before he went to Florida and won a Stanley Cup, his second.
He forgot to go down the bench and tap high fives with everybody. They reminded him, and away he went. And he goes to the left side, takes it in behind the defense, bad angle, and looks like this one went it off the trapper or not. I think it did. Remember that, it's a 3-1 goal with now inside 5 minutes, but still Detroit's going to want to tighten the hatches here, and they're going to go shorthanded again, I think, the Red Wings, for
yes, they are.
Here. Johansson, yeah.
Nice pass into space.
Detroit penalty number 20.
Maybe overplayed a touch by Forsberg off to his right.
Just onside. He's got a great shot. Tarasenko, he's a big, strong guy. And they say you can't put it through goaltenders. I disagree.
Well,
you can't put it around them, you put it through them. That means you got to shoot it as hard as you possibly can.
He's hit the 30-goal mark 6 times, 70 points 4 times in 13 seasons, with 4 franchises. He's one of 6 former New York Rangers wearing the winged wheel. Chance here from Gregg, stopped by Lyon, and they score. They make it 3-2. 9 seconds. It's all it took on the power play.
You win a draw. This is why things get set up from there. A nice juicy rebound to the right.
Noah Gregor.
And it didn't take long to find to the back of the net there for sure.
Wasn't being qualified by Toronto. Signed a 1-year deal with Ottawa.
That may have gone off Sherrod's stick as well, but nonetheless, they get control off the face-off, and next thing you know, we got a one-shot game again. So
Raymond gets checked. Larkin helping steal that puck, but regaining control. Addison rolls down for Alex Lyon, played it himself for Lucas Raymond. Now Sider behind for Raymond, teed up by Lyon.
This is where the communication is really, really important. Right there was between Sider and Raymond. Who's going back? You're dumping it here. You're going forward. You're going back. And boy, you have to communicate to be able to be successful in completing the play and doing it the right way.
Shoveled in deep by Reinhart to Brinkett. Edmondson on the move. Already 25 games played in the NHL, so that is the max, making him not Calder Trophy eligible for Rookie of the Year, but he's a rookie. There's no award for it if he were to get it.
Oh boy.
They score and tie it up.
Oh, well, they challenge
Donovan Sabrango, a former Red Wing.
They might challenge this, Kenny. My first look at it was right in my view. There's somebody right in Lyon's face, short side. Not sure.
He went in the Alex DeBrincat deal to Ottawa. He's an Ottawa native. Donovan Sabrango, a third-round pick in 20 of Detroit.
Don't think Lyon saw the shot. It was a short side shot, and I think he was screened.
Well, just after you finish saying they need to buckle down no matter who the opposition is.
Yep.
The buckle became undone.
It was Highmore that was right in front of Alex Lyon.
So we're all even.
Who's down, Kane?
Assist number 37, James
No.
Yep.
Is it Kane?
Yep.
And number 2, Oli Mata. Time to goal, 15 minutes, 8 seconds in the third period. Tarasenko second of the preseason from Doppler and Mata.
I didn't see what happened. I was too busy looking at my monitor.
Yep. Some of things Wings playing back-to-back. Cross-checked in the back was Kane.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, referee was looking that way.
Okay.
Referees Kyle Raymond and Mike Sullivan tonight. So we're all even here, 3-3, and a chance in front for McEwen just went wide.
They're playing the heck out of that line, Ken. As I said before, once they got the first goal, Green says, all right, boys, you're going back. You're my line.
Mazur, Danielson, Franzik Nygaard, and they look good tonight.
They sure have.
Right? Yep. Puck came loose here for Gaudette. Sider for Sherrod. Back for more at Sider. Raymond, DeBrincat, in front for Larkin. Couldn't get there. Raymond, DeBrincat. And just slithered wide. Sider going back to get it. Raymond gets cut off at center and then driven into the boards, and a check from Tyler Boucher. In on Lyon, and he'll be forced to hang on, and again the sticks come up there from Boucher. It's a big part of his game, getting in your face. Tyler Boucher.
Well, I guess if you're an opposition team, you want to go after Mort Sider as much as you can, and that seems to draw everybody every time they do. It's understandable. He's going to end up playing probably between 23 and 25 minutes a night this year, Sider. So he's a big minute muncher and only going to get bigger. So it's a great compliment to his ability when they're coming after you like that. But he's not liking it one bit.
Yeah, Brian, we mentioned an analyst for TNT, and Tyler's dad, Brian, had 5 consecutive shutouts in the 03-04 season with the then Phoenix Coyotes, who became Arizona, now Utah. An NHL record. If you don't go back to the late 1920s, from the Ottawa Senators and Alec Connell, but we'll give Boucher that mark of 5 straight shutouts. That shot deflected off to the corner. Turning back into traffic was Addison. No harm done there for the Senators. Back in for Matthew Highmore, and Ottawa will get a change. Simon Edmondson with it. He played 16 games for the Red Wings last season. Played the final 14. He had that beautiful goal in Toronto in game number 80 of the season. Sherratt took a bump, cleared it out. Mazur going after it. Along with Tyler Mott and Kasper. Kasper has 2 of the Detroit goals. Tarasenko the other one. Marco Kasper backhanded it in. Carter Mazur stays with it. For Kasper again with Mott in front. Kasper, good stop and turn. Kasper circles the goal up front. Big save there by Forsberg on Kasper. Sider back for Sherratt.
Another good shift by those kids.
Yakimchuk around for Crookshank. Stopped by Larkin coming back. Reinhart gets it in. Lyon moves it to Brinkett. 10 seconds to go in the third period. Red Wings had a 3-1 lead. And shots in the third, 18-7 Detroit, but the Senators come back to tie it 3-3, and 3-on-3 overtime coming up. Big save there. Right pad down by Forsberg on Kasper, looking for his third of the game. We'll go to overtime next. As we get set for overtime here, with Ottawa coming back from a 3-1 deficit, late stages of the third. The standings from last season, as you know, Washington on the tiebreak due to regulation wins got in. They had 32 of those. The Red Wings with 27. So the importance of winning within 60 minutes, because regulation wins is the first tiebreaker, no longer regulation or overtime wins. So it's important to win it in 60 minutes. The Red Wings did not tonight. This one doesn't matter, but going forward, they do, and that is the important thing. Tied in points, but lost in the tiebreaker. Marco Kasper had given the Red Wings a 2-0 first period lead. That stood up for a long time. Ottawa narrowed it. Tarasenko gave the Red Wings a 2-goal bulge again, and then Ottawa with 2 late goals. So 3-3, 3-on-3 overtime preseason. The penultimate preseason game for Detroit. They'll be in Toronto, or a semblance of them, to play the Maple Leafs tomorrow night to close it out. Opening next Thursday night here against Pittsburgh. Down low it goes. Big save, Lyon, rebound, and they score. They bang it in, but they say no, as Lyon was interfered with, shoved in and moved the goalie, moved Lyon out of the way, and that's why they say no goal.
It was nice.
Noah Gregor.
It was a good execution. It was a drop play at the blue line, and then go to the net.
See, interfered with Alex Lyon.
Now, if there's replay, this goal counts. He never touched it.
Yes, he did.
Barely. That puck would have gone in anyway. And the refs are confabbing on it right now.
You just want this to end.
No, not really. Not really, but no, I mean, you try to call a spade, but I mean, yeah, he did barely touch them, and I think the linesmen are saying just that. There's a little wee bit.
We are going to review the play to see if the puck went in on the original shot or if there was a push from the pad into the net.
Okay.
We are an in-house review.
Okay.
See, that's a good explanation.
That is that's
a wonderful explanation by Kyle Ray.
It is, and that's not good for Detroit. And he already said if there was a push on the pad or the original shot was going in. So if they think he could have saved it with his pad when the touch was made, there's a little bit of a touch there. No big deal. Here.
No, he hits Lyon before. And then hit the puck.
Barely. A bare touch. And then the puck is outside his right pad. That's my point. It's way outside his right skate when he touches right there.
But that would be interpretation.
Maybe.
Could Lyon have made the save?
100%.
Bottom line is, he went to hit the puck again,
yeah,
which he did, but also collided with Lyon before he hit the puck again. To me, that's interference all day long.
You mean a collision with the goalie and not the stick on the pad?
Yeah.
Okay, see, the referee nullified the goal because he thought the pad was pushed in.
Well, he's going to look at it now and see that Lyon was interfered with.
Yeah.
He collided with Lyon before the puck went across the line. He did hit it the second time with his stick.
Let's take another look. Nice little turnaround right there. There's a touch. Okay, let's back this up one more time, guys. I want to see about the contact with Grigor and Lyon on their bodies, not just the stick and the pad.
After review, the call is overturned. We have a good goal. The contact was made. The puck was already going.
That's what I
thought. Therefore, it was a goal.
Okay, I didn't.
That's what I thought.
Oh, we debate. You win this debate. How's that?
Here's another look at it. I mean, it's
wow.
Again, like a lot of these replays, you could it's an opinion, and they can go either direction, and that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. So a great comeback for Ottawa, as it turns out. In overtime, they win the game, but a lot of penalties, a lot of power plays, a lot of penalty killing. A lot of guys didn't get a lot of ice time. They won't be happy about that here in Detroit, but they're done. They'll thank goodness for that and get ready for Pittsburgh next Thursday night. Hallelujah. Let's get her going.
There you go. And Trevor Thompson will be back with more to close this one out from Little Caesars Arena right after this.